So there are 11.2 million children with special health care needs in the United States, or 1 out of 5 households caring for a special needs child. And this is according to the National Institute of Health. And many, if not most, will have to rely on government benefits such as Medicaid, Social Security, which are means tested, which take folks' income and assets available into account to make sure that they qualify. So if family members, friends, want to help assist with caring for a special needs family member, but they don't want to disqualify them from these benefits, what do they do? So along with a couple other strategies that can help care for folks in that situation, there is a special account called an A.B.L.E account, and that stands for Achieving a Better Life Experience account, that you can use as part of an overall strategy for caring for folks with special needs. And that's what we're going to get into today. So let's just go ahead and get started. So welcome back, everybody. If I haven't met you yet, my name is Bill. I'm a certified financial planner. And the Achieving a Better Life Experience Act became law on December 19th of 2014. And the law aims to ease the financial strains faced by individuals with a disability by making tax-free savings accounts available to cover qualified disability expenses. And this has often been considered one of the most significant laws to come out aimed at helping folks with special needs since the Individuals with Disabilities Act. So how does an A.B.L.E account work? And I'm going to kind of get into how it works, what it can be used for, and do a brief introduction on that. So an A.B.L.E account it's very similar to a 529 plan for saving for college. In fact, it's actually the IRS designation is 529A. So you can set aside funds in a tax-advantaged account and invest it, and all the growth will be deferred until ultimately taken out tax-free if it's used for qualified disability services. And it is very important to note that and to understand that to qualify for these expenses, they cannot be expenses that are already being used to pay for things that Medicaid and Social Security are already paying for. So it has to be expenses that are other than what those programs are already paying for. So what expenses can be paid from proceeds of an A.B.L.E account? So this list is not extensive. I'm actually going to include a resource that has a much longer and more extensive list, but this is kind of an introduction to that. So education can be used, vocational training and support, food, housing, rent, transportation, assistive technology, and personal support services. Fantastic. See, those are used to make life much easier. Healthcare, prevention and wellness, financial management and administrative services, expenses for A.B.L.E account oversight and monitoring, which is great, legal fees, funeral and burial, and other expenses approved through the U.S. Treasury Department, IRS regulations. So it's quite a broad list, and there really isn't a set and defined list. So you got to make sure that you check with the A.B.L.E National Resource Center, which is the link and the resource that I'm going to include on this. It's a great resource for guidance. Also speak to a CPA that can help make sure that it's not a taxable expense for you. So let's talk about how much can I contribute and then how do I start. So in 2023, we can contribute $17,000 per person annually, which can be made by friends, family, and even the beneficiary themselves can do that. And how to start, I would contact a certified financial planner who specializes in the area of helping folks with special needs and their families. I would also talk to a qualified estate planning attorney to discuss this particular account in the context of someone's overall estate planning strategy. So there may be a need for other items such as guardianships, special needs trusts, things like that, to help out in the overall strategy. So there's a lot more to A.B.L.E accounts, but I just wanted to do a very quick introduction to that. If you have more questions, certainly feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to answer that for you. Talk to a certified financial planner, talk to an estate planning attorney on your situation in particular. And again, I hope that this helped. feel free to leave a like, subscribe, comment, share. And until the next video, be good to yourself and good to others.